So now that we are back, I have this awesome guest speaker. She's from WKU and she's a biology major. Pretty sure she's a senior, but she's just going to tell us a little bit about herself, and then also how she was able to budget and how she is still able to budget and afford to be able to eat healthy while being a college student. So, take it away.
Thanks, well, my name is Kendra. Thank you for asking me to talk. Kind of like what you were talking about earlier, freshman 15 was kind of something that impacted my life, and for me it's kind of been college 15, because I gained my freshman year and have kept it since then. So exercising and eating healthy and budgeting are kind of all things that mean a lot to me and are very important to me. I think eventually I had to get to the point where I decided if I wanted to take care of myself, and so it took me a minute. It takes a lot of self-discipline, but yeah, I feel like whatever questions you have, I can answer them.
Yeah. So I guess the first thing is, how were you able to budget? Like, did you use an app? What was your first step into learning how to budget?
It was kind of test and go. I tried it for the first time my sophomore year, and it didn't work out so well. I guess, I don't know, it just confused me, and at the time I made more money than I do now because I work 2 jobs, so budgeting really wasn't that big of a deal to me. I could kind of get off with not budgeting, but now it's not that concept, so budgeting, yeah, it's gotta happen for me to live. So at first, my aunt, who I'm really close to, she was actually an accountant, and she recommended Mint to me, and so I tried it, and it just confused me, and honestly, like, I didn't sit down and like think of all the things that my money goes towards, so it made no sense to me, so I kind of gave up. I tried doing it all on paper, and like calculated, like, okay, like this is how much I usually make in a month. Well, if I work this many hours this week, and then I don't know, to be a month, that's what I'd make. And then, like, I don't know, for some reason, the concept of how much I could spend towards groceries, it just didn't make any sense to me. So I kind of gave up on it until the end of my junior year. I started again, and I re-downloaded Mint, but like you suggested, I actually researched the app, and just spent an hour or so just fiddling around with it. And of course, you know, I had to sit down and like, okay, like this is what my money goes towards. But actually, I looked through my bank account as well. I was like, okay, like this is how much I spend on eating out. This is how much I probably should eat out. And like, this is how much I can spend on groceries. Like maybe I can spend less on groceries or more. This is how much gas that I usually use. The really cool thing about Mint is like eventually like you can start budgeting, but it also shows you like as you go, like if you go over budget, like it shows you like this is how much you use. And so I think the coolest thing for me and what helped me the most is the first month I just kind of made up my own thing, and then I let Mint tell me what I use, and from there I can say like, okay, well I don't want to spend $30 on eating out a month. I'm gonna do like 18, which is only 3 times eating out, but that's also good for you if you want to eat healthy. So I think after that, Mint became a lot easier for me, and budgeting is really important to me, and it's crazy because like the more that you budget, the more you get used to it, like you want to do it, and like Mint sends you updates as like, hey, like your rent's coming up, or hey, like you are really close to like exceeding this budget, and they're like, oh my gosh, like you gotta be kidding me, like I don't want to go over budget. But like you were saying earlier, eating healthy is not cheap, and so using Mint also really helps me with that, because if you budget that area, like it helps all the other areas. If that makes any sense. Like I would much rather spend $50 a month on groceries than the equivalent or closer to that in eating out. And so it's kind of like a accountability thing, you know, if that makes any sense. So yeah, something like that.
So I know you said that you had to pay for gas. You had to pay for groceries. Were there any other things that you had to help budget or like help manage to pay for? Like rent, anything like that?
Yeah, rent and my car payment. And then life's funny things come at you that you have no idea that are gonna come. Like for me, my car is a 2007, so I'm at the gas mileage where everything's just fixed to start falling apart. So it's really important for me to keep that aside. And like, it's somebody's birthday that I forgot about, or if Victoria's Secret has a sale and I just want to go and spend money at Victoria's Secret, you know, stuff happens. So yeah, that's about it on that.
Yeah, so I guess another question would just be, what would you say is like your go-to meal, or like a healthy meal option that's also affordable?
So I actually had to do some research on this. But most doctors will tell you that salmon and fish and chicken are the best go-tos for eating healthy. Like you said earlier, like red meat, you just kind of want to stay away from it. Like it's not the end of the world, but chicken is usually the best. Salmon is a little bit more expensive, but I usually use chicken. Chicken is the cheaper of the few that I mentioned, and honestly, it tastes better, and you can do so much more with chicken. And so, I think my go-to meal would probably be to make baked barbecue chicken, and then I buy sweet potatoes and I cut them into little hash browns, and I put garlic powder on them and olive oil, and I stick them in the oven, and then usually with that I'll either add broccoli or I'll do couscous. I love couscous, and couscous is so cheap and it's so good, and it's not bad for you at all. It's a good filler. What else did I use? Sauteed spinach and mushrooms. Those are really good too. And mushrooms and spinach, they're pretty non-expensive or inexpensive. But I think the biggest thing that I've found for buying healthy stuff is you have to like research. So like my three main stores are Walmart, Kroger, and Myers, which all these is really good too. I know y'all have all these as just Bowling Green. But like don't settle, like if Walmart's like, yeah, like our bag of salmon is like $7.50, well 90% of the time Walmart's probably gonna have it cheaper. And pay attention also to how much quantity it says. And then I found another thing, Kroger like once a month there's their chicken on sale. So if you catch it at a good time, you can get like a really good deal on it. So I think researching mainly for what budget app you want to use, and then what stores you get your groceries from, like that really helps you save money. So
That's awesome. Well, I want to thank you for just being able to share with us how you've been able to budget while being in college. So I also didn't feel like I really spent enough time on like these websites. So I just wanted to like talk to you a little bit about those. Especially there's one on here. It's for the healthy eating on budget. And I can pass this around again. It's the moneycrashers.com. But it like talks to you about the importance of like when you go grocery shopping, like what do you need to search for. So really like focuses on like buying in bulk is better than like buying from meal to meal. Would you agree with that, or would you say it's better to just buy small portions? Or
I do small. That helps you save money. Like plan out the week and then go from there. Because usually I can get by on like $12, $14 a week.
Yeah. So yeah, that one website, like it has a bunch of different ways to show you like the importance and like what to really look for when you're going shopping. So I just want to thank you all for being here, and see you next time.